ACCA, the world's most forward-thinking professional accountancy body. Welcome to the series of video podcasts brought to you by ACCA Czech Republic. In our series called ACCA Creating Opportunity for All, we speak to ACCA members, future members, employers, university partners, and learning providers about how ACCA is supporting them in their career and achieving professional goals.
Hello, my name is Věra Kučerová and I'm head of ACCA Czech Republic. In our Czech cluster, we are looking after our members and future members in the Czech Republic, Slovakia, Hungary, Croatia and Serbia. We currently support 2,767 active members and 4,794 future members. Today we are talking to Anna Lipovčák and Branimir Antolic from Crowe, Croatia. Anna works as a manager of taxation consulting services and has been an ACCA member since 2010. Branimir is ACCA member since 2015 and works for Crowe, Croatia as audit manager. Anna, Branimir, welcome.
Hi.
Hello. Thank you for having us.
Thank you very much for joining us. I do appreciate you being with us. Crowe, Croatia is a global consulting company providing expertise in accounting, audit, tax, and advisory services. It has been in Croatia since 2005. Crowe is an ACCA-approved employer, and I understand that studying ACCA is mandatory for all members of their audit teams. So Anna, you are probably an exception, or there are more people from taxation that are also ACCA qualified?
No. Also, in tax department, there are many ACCA qualified members. So, majority of our staff went to ACCA education.
Okay, well, that's very good to hear. I would probably at the beginning ask you to say a few words about yourself and few words about how you started or how was your first ACCA experience?
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm manager in, as you mentioned, Crowe's tax department. I have been working in taxes for almost 15 years. My specialization are M&As, but I'm also actively involved in tax advisory, tax compliance, and all tax matters. I completed ACCA years ago. As all the members at the team at that time, we accept this as found this as an opportunity for us to develop ourselves, and we are thankful to our employers for enabling us to do this.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Anna. Branimir?
Okay, I work in Crowe for now 13 years. Employment in Crowe was actually my first employment in financial advisory services. I work in tax department, but in my employment in Crowe, I have managed to be engaged in some other departments and some other work like M&A, due diligence valuation, and that sort of stuff. I didn't have economic background, formal economic background education when I started to work in Crowe, and ACCA really helped me in this beginning of my professional career. As I mentioned, I work in audit department. I'm manager in audit department now. In the beginning, I was junior, like all my colleagues, and we entered in ACCA together, and we in 2010, I believe, and I became an ACCA member at 2015. And Crowe, as my employer, was very helpful supporting us in this ACCA journey, both financially and providing us with resource to be able to study. Free time is the greatest asset in our industry. So many thanks to our employer for that.
Yeah, I'm very glad to hear that. You both mentioned that you have been ACCA members for a while. Anna, you more than 10 years, Branimir for the last 5 years. So I assume you are both fellows now. Um, what would you say was the main benefit of becoming ACCA member? And personally, what do you value the most that the membership actually brought to you?
Well, ACCA is a recognizable qualification in Croatia. So it's recognizable by the employers, by the clients, by co-workers. So when you mentioned that you have ACCA qualification, also your clients find this as a plus, as they will be provided with a service by the more professional, highly educated staff. Also, when we looking for our co-workers, we today I have had conversation with potential new colleague of ours, and she passed 5 exams, and she asked me, "Will you allow me to complete the ACCA?" Crowe always supports this, and of course I said yes to her. And
I think that ACCA membership has lots of value in our financial advisory industry, both for me personally and for the company as a whole. As Anna already mentioned, that ACCA is internationally known and recognized certification or education, as you will. And I think that it certainly gives you a competitive advantage in over your competitors in our industry. I believe that ACCA helped me, membership in ACCA helped me in seizing many opportunities, and maybe the biggest advantage is this huge ACCA network of all our fellow members that are all over the world, and you can ask or discuss with them with all kinds of issues in our industry. You can resolve many of your problems in accounting or audit issues that arise in everyday's work.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Thank you for those words. I know it has been a while since you actually finished, since you qualified and since you finished the exams. Is there anything you remember from your study time?
Yeah, ACCA, as I already mentioned, ACCA helped me tremendously in the beginning of my career. I admit that it was hard at the beginning, and first few exams were a lot to take on for me, because as I mentioned, I didn't have economic background, but also they encouraged me to strive and encourage my professional growth in my career. As I'm a numbers guy, and I liked exams that are mainly based on calculations. I didn't like exams that were solely based on writing, like law. I don't think that anybody likes law, but SCA was a really hard but fun and learnful experience for me.
Okay, thank you. Do you mind just asking what was your university background? So
I have air traffic background.
Okay, that must have been interesting.
Yeah, transition was hard. So.
Yeah, no, because sometimes we hear about lawyers transferring to accountancy. Is that challenging? But you mentioned that you did.
I studied at university in Zagreb for in air traffic study, but as I mentioned, I'm a numbers guy, so transfer for me was hard, but I managed to succeed, so to speak.
Yeah. And I think you choose well. Looking at the airline industry nowadays, you are better to be
Yeah.
in audit.
I can audit from home, but I cannot fly the plane from home. So.
Okay, well, thank you very much. I think you probably, Anna, already answered my next question was, do you actually still use the knowledge you gained through ACCA studies in your daily work? You mentioned that you are still using your notes. Is there something, if you look back, what you haven't used or where, that you may not be using from your ACCA studies more regularly at your work?
Well, I certainly, there was an exam. It's called back then information technology. Oh. So it was it was just theory, and this is the only exam that my score was not good. So this exam, but also for me as a tax person, tax exam that relates to taxes was very useful. Although the UK tax system is very different from the Croatian one, if you want to be good in tax advisory, you need to have broad knowledge of all taxes. So that gave me an insight in what other countries have, and it's many times easier to answer the questions from foreign clients when they ask specific questions, which, for example, we do not have in our legislation. So this exam for me as a tax person was very, very useful.
Okay, so it means you are now familiar with taper relief and pension deficit, yeah? Okay, Branimir, for you?
I didn't like law, and I didn't use. I didn't have any use from that exam. But I believe that all other exams was useful for me in my work. As I mentioned in Crowe, I had an opportunity to be involved in some different projects, not just audit. So I think this is the biggest advantage of ACCA. It's diversified syllabus, and you get a certain knowledge on all areas of financial advisory services, like valuations, performance management. It's not just education for accountants and for auditors. I think that all in our industry can see much benefits in this education.
Yeah, thank you very much. And is ACCA helping you to keep up to date with the profession, because the profession is permanently changing? There is always something new.
Yes, we often use ACCA webpage where we have some seminars or some articles. And also when I get an email from ACCA, I'll always look at these articles, and someone I also find for my areas interesting articles.
Okay, thank you, Branimir.
Yeah. As I mentioned, and you also, our profession is profession that you have to be in touch in all the changes in standards, audit standards, accounting standards. ACCA has provide us with your resources that you can easily access to certain new points, new standards, new views in our profession. So I also, unfortunately, I don't have, I cannot I don't have so much time as I would like to be able to trace all these articles and new use in the professions, but certainly I can find area that I'm interested in, and these articles are oftenly written in very familiar language, so it is really helpful for us.
Thank you very much. And my last question would be, would you recommend ACCA to your team workers, to your friends, to your clients? And what would the message be? What would you tell them? Why they should start studying ACCA?
We in Crowe recognize the importance of ACCA education, and always, as I mentioned, we try to that all our co-workers also get the education, because especially in our industry, advisory services, financial, and so it's very useful, and you have a real competitive advantage.
Yeah, I will also recommend this education and advice to all the potential members, to all people that are interested in profession in our services, because diversity of education that you get from the ACCA can really help you with your professional growth, and I believe that our employer Crowe also has a good relation with ACCA, and encourage its people. It's also very good strategy because through ACCA you get more educated, more professional employees, and you provide better and more quality service to your clients. So.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Anna, Branimir. It has been a pleasure for me to meet you. I really appreciate you taking time of your busy day and spending it with us. I'm wishing you good luck in your future career, and I do hope that we will meet each other at some other ACCA events in Croatia or elsewhere. Thank you very much.
Maybe on Adriatic coast or something like that.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.